And if you read the lawsuit, one of the clear things he says is that we are at what's called AGI, artificial general intelligence, which means that we have AI that can think and it can make general decisions. And I use AI every day, and I believe it can make general decisions. It doesn't mean that it's like, it's like us, that the way that we're thinking of it, but it certainly is pretty damn intelligent, not just basic intelligence anymore. Sorry, long.
No, that's...
So you could go any direction.
Yeah, okay, that's a lot of... Okay. So my first question, what does that mean for us? Like you're saying how everything's coming together, and you made a really good point too about the self-driving cars being robots. And I think when we think robots, we're thinking like Take Me to Your Leader, like those type of things, or iRobot with Will Smith, like those type of robots. But yeah, there's already robots that are doing artificial intelligence.
Yeah. If you have an autonomous device, it's a robot.
Yeah.
I mean, by definition, autonomous means that it can do stuff without you, right? Meaning that I took an autonomous vehicle that I was in Arizona visiting some friends, and they're like, let's go for a drink. And we're like, okay, we don't want to drive. It's like a zero, tolerance thing. So he's like, oh, this is cool. Let's call the autonomous taxi, whatever it's called, right?
I've seen those.
Yeah. And we went into it. There's nobody in it, nobody. Driverless vehicle. And it took us, we went to the bar, drank, and then we called back. Took us home. Nobody driving it, right? And so that's a robot. A robot took me to get drinks, and a robot took us back home, right? But it's robotics with AI. Right, and we have to think about them from a purely scientific point of view. These are different schools of knowledge, right? Not just thought, but actual schools of knowledge and research. And the way that the world looked 5 years ago is that, and by the way, I've been writing about this for like a decade. I can show you stuff that I posted on LinkedIn that talked about this stuff was going to happen, really. You'd have geek A, geek B, geek C, geek C. So everybody was in their own lane, right? And that's, you can go back the previous 20 years, from 2 years ago or 5 years ago to the previous 20 years. We have really, really smart scientists that were focused on one objective, and that one objective was that science, right?